Hello, how are you guys? Yeah, I wanna talk to you about food and um, lifestyle, food lifestyle. I don't know what you call it, like a diet, but not like a diet that where you're trying to lose weight. But oh, there's a zoom on the camera here. Let me see. I'm just gonna zoom that out, right? Yeah. So I was always fat. I started being fat as a kid, and I was kind of chubby throughout being a teenager, and I loved cakes and sweets, and I still do. Uh, and I had zero self-control. It was horrible. And then when I was around 30, I started gaining more weight. But my lifestyle was, like, I think if I compare myself to other people back in Iceland, I was just kind of living the same lifestyle like they did in that sense, that I ate fast food sometimes. I went to the bakery, I had a sandwich for lunch with Coca-Cola or a chocolate milk or whatever. But when I looked around, that was kind of what I felt that other people were eating. And then I had candy when I was watching television, and ice cream in the weekends and stuff like that. And I always thought that all this stuff was fine because like, it's light food. And I was kind of convinced that meat was bad. That was, it would be better for me to eat pizza with not too much meat on it, or it would be better for me to have bread than to have a slice of ham. So I gained a lot of weight. I was over 100 kilos actually, which is amazing because I'm super short. So I was probably like a cubic meter or something. I was fat everywhere, like on my fingers and stuff. And I decided to change, and I changed it, and then I kind of yo-yoed. I stayed in weight, and then I gained weight, then I lost weight, but it was never really stable until I went, like 4 years ago or something. I read this article about a guy in Iceland who had been a carnivore. He'd been eating meat only for like 3 months as a part of an experiment for an American doctor called Sean Baker, who was kind of the god of carnivores somehow. I didn't know any of this back then, so I just read this article about this guy in Iceland, and I was like, well, I always kind of liked meat, but I've been told all the time that it's bad for me and I need to eat some vegetables. So there was a lot of my habits that were kind of came from this telling me what I should do and what would be good for me, and that would be veggies, and even French fries for me were veggies. So okay, and they're even vegan, so why not, So I read this and I was like, well, okay, why not? And the guy was describing, the benefits of doing this for himself and what he felt and stuff like that. So I thought, okay, why not? So I actually gave it a try, and I went kind of very strict carnivore. I ate only meat and salt and drank water and coffee. I used some cream and cheese, but not too much. And it was amazing actually. And I kind of have stayed on this lifestyle now for 4 years, which last 4 months not so much. I've been eating more of like sweet potatoes and beetroots and some root vegetables, but for more or less 4 years I was kind of a strict carnivore. I would have 1 day a week that I would eat an oatmeal or a skyr or something, or some sweets maybe, or sushi. But during 6 days of the week, I was carnivore. And what changed for me was that my energy levels became super even. I have the same energy when I wake up in the morning as I have when I go to sleep at the night, and I don't have those dips during the day. I never get sleepy at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock like I used to do before. So I don't need that chocolate bar or something sweet or a fruit or something to kind of pick me up in the afternoon. I'm just like a fucking diesel motor, it's the same energy all day long. And what the fuck? Yeah, wait, there's a little bit of a traffic here. And it also, it feels like my running, I've been running, and my energy in running and my recovery is much better. I don't get the same muscle pains from a long run. I can go out and do like 15-20 kilometer run, and I don't get this massive recovery that I had to have before I did this. My sleep, I always sleep now. I had a massive problem with sleep before. I was waking up in the night, having to, you know, watch something to fall asleep again. I was every fucking night for years. I just couldn't sleep the full night, and now I just go to sleep and I wake up, and there's no break between. I mean, it's very, very rarely that I don't even have to go to the toilet. And then as for the weight, you know, I lost some weight in the beginning, but what the main thing for me was that I finally found something that kind of keeps me stable. I'm not gaining weight, I'm not losing weight. I am just like this, you know. I am the way I am, and most of the year. I mean, of course, there come times like Christmas where I, you know, eat a little bit more of stuff. You know, there are cakes and cookies, and I kind of go off the path. But yeah. So it keeps me balanced, it keeps my energy, it has regulated my sleep, and it was actually interesting that my beard, which is gray, but I'm old, so it's supposed to be gray, my beard became less gray actually, and my skin became healthier. It was really, really interesting. My moods are better, and I don't have any anxieties or anything. I mean, I never really had a lot of anxiety, but I have even less now. My hangovers became less invasive. So there's a lot of benefits, and I know a lot of people would say, yeah, but this cannot be sustainable. But actually, I've been going for years, and I started that like 2015 or 14 or something. I started going to a health check like twice a year, where they check my blood, they check my cholesterol, they check everything. Quite an extensive one, and all my indicators, all my biomarkers are improved since I went carnivore from before. And my doctor has told me that, you know, like that based on that I'm actually younger than my real age. That's a great thing to hear. So, and what do I eat? I eat beef, I eat chicken, I eat lamb, fish, pork, yeah, sometimes some dairy. I haven't been having any dairy now for a while, and I have some, you know, béarnaise sauce, you know, which is an Icelandic or French thing, but Iceland loves it. I have mayonnaise. You know, occasionally I would have some, yeah, cheese or something like that. But I skip. I don't marinate anything. I just use salt. I don't use pepper anymore, and if I eat vegetables, if any, then it's usually like sweet potatoes or some, yeah, not the leafy stuff like spinach or rucola or anything like that. I don't eat regular potatoes. I don't really like them. I mean, it happens once in a while, but they're not really for me. And a lot of hams, cold cuts, and yeah, and eggs, a lot of eggs, sausages and stuff like that. But I try to pick foods that doesn't have, you know, gluten or any grains or something in it. So, and it works for me. I mean, it's not maybe for everyone, but at least now I feel like I've been able to eat the food that I actually like, and I'm never hungry, never. I eat, but I eat a lot. I have big portions, you know. I can eat maybe a 600-700 gram steak. You know, there have been moments where I ate 1 kilo in one sitting. But then I maybe don't eat anything for the next 24 hours, you know, and so I'm never hungry, and yeah, I'm happy as well, because I don't feel my relationship with food is much better now than it was. I don't feel these urges or these cravings constantly, and I feel that I'm eating the food that I actually like and the food that works for me. And if I don't get beef, for example, for a few days, then I want it. I feel okay. I get cravings. I get cravings for beef, but they are not like urgent that I need to get something in half an hour, otherwise I feel bad or something. It's not like that. It's more like, yeah, my body just misses this. So yeah, guys, it's an interesting thing. I think it's becoming a bigger thing and a little bit more of a mainstream. I mean, it plays nicely with the paleo diet and kind of low carb diets. But it goes a step further. You're supposed to eat just meat and salt. And I mean, a lot of people eat only beef, I eat and I eat, you know, kidneys and hearts and livers and stuff like that, and I really like that. So yeah, carnivore, check it out.